Right now, Madison prepares for the president. We are a little more than 24 hours away now. This morning, a look at what it takes to host the commander-in-chief.
Plus, a new warning about a sex scam targeting young boys, what parents should be watching out for.
And we had a little bit of a rain overnight, and now we are looking at temperatures mild, just cloudy skies this morning. Mild the next couple days, but we do have another sloppy storm system headed away.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. It's nice and mild to start off your Tuesday morning. I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us.
Josh Breda, did you have to think about what day it was?
I did. Caught in the act.
It's only Tuesday.
Okay, so here's why. My mind is focused on tomorrow, Wednesday, because that's when the president's coming.
Yes.
Right? And we've been talking all week about Wednesday. So we came out this morning, and I'm like, okay, get your head in the right spot.
There's a lot of preparation for that, yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get to Kelly Slipka on your first warn forecast. How was it out there, Kelly?
It's mild after the rain we had. Right when the rain was coming through, it was actually in the lower 40s. Now we're in the upper 30s because the front has passed through. Not expecting any more rain, but it will be mild today. Just cloudy out there this morning. For the morning commute, the roads will be a little bit wet because of the snow melt and the rain that we had overnight. But as we get in the mid-afternoon hours, some of the clouds will be moving on out. And before the sun goes down, I think we will see a little bit of sunshine. So a pretty nice afternoon expected. Winds will be out of the west up to around 7 to 15 this morning. We do have an alert day, though, Wednesday night into Thursday. This is going to be a sloppy storm system. You know the drill. A little rain, a little snow, a little bit of sleet, maybe some freezing rain developing Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Then all snow by Thursday, and we are looking at some accumulation. So quiet this morning, temperatures in the 30s, a bit of a wind throughout the day. We'll take a look at the snowfall potential coming up in just 15 minutes or so.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Now to our breaking news this morning. A Milwaukee police officer has been shot and killed. This breaking news coming in within the last 30 minutes or so. Police are now investigating the incident, according to news outlets there in Milwaukee. We know dozens of officers and other first responders are still at the scene, gathering for a procession. The shooting happened near 14th and Cleveland overnight on the city's south side. When there are new developments to report, we will provide updates on air and online. Now to the visit tomorrow of President Joe Biden to the Madison area. That means your travel plans could be impacted. We do know the president will be flying into Dane County Regional Airport. So if you're going to be in that area, maybe mid-morning tomorrow to midday, expect some delays. The airport director couldn't give us specific details, but he is working with the White House team on logistics.
The last time a sitting president visited Madison was nearly 11 years ago in 2012. Former President Obama held a rally on campus at Bascom Hill to a crowd of 30,000 people. He was fresh off a debate the night before against Mitt Romney. Obama then encouraged Americans to vote early and spoke out against his challenger wanting to defund PBS.
I just want to make sure I got this straight. He'll get rid of regulations on Wall Street, but he's going to crack down on Sesame Street. Thank goodness somebody's finally cracking down on Big Bird. Who knew that he was responsible for all these deaths? Elmo's got to watch out.
Some reports say that Biden recently talked to Obama and said that he will make a run for the 2024 election, but no official announcement has been made yet.
President Obama actually made 4 trips to the Isthmus while in office. 2 of those visits back in 2010 and 2012 were on the UW campus. Retired UW Police Chief Sue Reisling ran the show at the time, coordinating with the Secret Service and multiple local agencies to make sure the visit ran smoothly. She says from the moment a venue is chosen, it's 24 hours a day of planning nonstop.
There's just a lot of moving parts and it's a lot of work. And at the end, you're completely exhausted. But there's nothing quite like it. It's an experience I wouldn't trade for anything.
The president's protection bubble from the airport to anywhere he is headed is 540 degrees to include what's above and below at least a mile all around. So when the president visits, agencies like Capitol Police, the Sheriff's Department, all play a role handling everything from the motorcade, checking for explosives, and crowd control.
News 3 Now will have extensive team coverage of the president's visit tomorrow, starting tomorrow on News 3 Now this morning. So be sure to stay with us on air and online for the latest developments on the Biden visit.
And happening tonight, the State of the Union. The president's visit tomorrow comes fresh off the State of the Union address. He'll do that before a divided Congress and the American people. The White House says the president will tout progress on the economy as federal data shows easing inflation and a strong labor market with the lowest unemployment rate in more than 50 years. But many Americans are still feeling the pinch. A new CBS News poll shows 61% believe the economy is still in rough shape. The president also planning to push for a compromise with Republicans on economic policies. Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he wants a deal that includes spending cuts.
A responsible debt limit increase that begins to eliminate wasteful Washington spending and puts us on a path towards a balanced budget is not only the right place to start, it's the only place to start.
And a Trump 2024 campaign source confirms the former president will release a video response right after the president's State of the Union. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was previously Trump's press secretary, will deliver the official Republican response.
A longtime Wisconsin Democrat has landed a new job in Washington, D.C. Former 3rd Congressional District Representative Ron Kind is joining law firm Arnold & Porter as a senior policy advisor. Kind will guide clients who are dealing with the government on issues like tax regulation and health care, according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Kind reportedly told the outlet his new job will let him continue working in areas he devoted himself to during his 26 years in the House. Kind did not seek re-election in 2022.
6:06 now to campaign 2023 and getting you ready for the spring primary. You can cast an absentee ballot in person starting today. You will need to show your photo ID, of course, if you're not registered or you need to change your address. You can do that when you show up, too. In Madison, there are several locations open up during the week and even on weekends. You can find a list of all those locations on the city's website. For other communities, you want to check with your clerk's office.
There is one statewide race for the primary. That's for the open seat in the Wisconsin Supreme Court. The candidates are Janet Protasewicz, Daniel Kelly, Everett Mitchell, and Jennifer Duro. The top 2 vote-getters will advance to the April election.
Madison voters will also narrow down candidates in the race for mayor. Incumbent Santi Rhodes Conway, Scott Kerr, and Gloria Reyes are on the ballot. The top 2 will move on to April. There are also a number of candidates for city council on local ballots. The spring election is April 4th.
Developing right now at 6:07, international aid is pouring in this morning to Turkey and Syria after a massive earthquake and powerful aftershocks hit the region. 4,600 people are confirmed dead, and that number is expected to rise. Turkey is home to millions of refugees from the Syrian civil war. The region is packed with some 4 million people displaced from other parts of the country. Many live in buildings that were already damaged by military attacks. The White House says it is sending teams to help with search and rescue. Los Angeles County's elite urban search and rescue team is also gearing up to go to central Turkey.
They're going to put their lives on the line, make no doubt about it.
The region sits on major fault lines and is frequently hit by earthquakes.
To a warning for parents now, the Justice Department has been ramping up warnings about financial sextortion schemes targeting boys. The government says at least 3,000 minors, mostly boys, were victimized nationwide last year, which is a stark increase from previous years. According to the DOJ, predators use social media to start communicating with the targeted minor, primarily boys ages 14 to 17, but sometimes even younger. Then they will move the conversation to a different platform where they can direct message each other. Victims are tricked into then providing explicit photos. Then the perpetrators will demand money and threaten to release the images to the family or even friends of the victim. According to the department, at least a dozen victims have died by suicide as a result of the crimes.
Sextortion that isn't about sex. It's straight up blackmail, financial sextortion. And their targets most often are young boys, anywhere from 10 to 17 years of age.
Parents are advised to talk to their children about what to do if they're targeted. You should report the predator's account through the platform's safety features. Block the account and then contact the FBI. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children could then help with getting explicit images of minors off the internet.
6:09 right now. Around Wisconsin this morning, the Lake Geneva ice castles are up and running after a warm start to the new year. This past Saturday was the grand opening, 2 weeks behind schedule. Crews have been working on the project for a couple of months, placing about 10,000 icicles a day inside these castles, hoping for a little help from Mother Nature.
We've just kind of been, biding our time, banking icicles from the ice farm. That way when it got cold enough, we could start building again. And we're going to keep building right up until we see the finish line.
Guessing that rain overnight did not help them. That ice farm is right on site. Artisans take icicles from these racks, add a little water and cold temperatures, and they continue to grow.
Super Bowl 57, just 5 days away now in Glendale, Arizona. While you may be finalizing your Super Bowl party plans, there's a Wisconsin student traveling to the desert for a performance to honor his culture and heritage. 19-year-old Nadalis Hamill is a sophomore business major at UW-Platteville. He's the 2020 Teen World Champion Native American hoop dancer. He was invited by the NFL to dance for executives over Super Bowl weekend with his family's performance group.
I've always loved just going out and being able to share my culture and being able to tell that story through the hoops.
So Hamill says that his goal for the big performance is to showcase their family's past.
That is so cool.
What an honor on a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Showing off some talent there.
Enjoy every moment.
Coming up on 6:11 on your Tuesday morning, and just ahead for us, if you're unhappy with your banking experience, it may be worth it to make a switch. Consumer Reports helps you get more bang for your bucks.
And Badger men's basketball head coach Greg Gard feeling the pressure as he explains what went wrong in their latest loss.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
This President's Day, we're throwing a 5-star celebration at Bob's Discount Furniture, making it super easy to shop my top-rated products. I've got on-trend styles, unbeatable prices, thousands of highly rated and reviewed pieces ready to ship now. So this President's Day, ditch the gimmicks and phony sales because the stars have aligned at Bob's. The reviews are in. Shop Bob's for style, value, and quality.
Your foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see with when you wear foundation.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
40s was a bit of a shocker for me because 40s I noticed the skin under my eyes getting very loose, and then 50s hit and I'm 54 and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure and it's actually a gift for anyone.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this Valentine's Day for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching New 3 Now This Morning.
We're back at 6:14. High fees, practically no interest on your savings, poor customer service. If any of these sound familiar, Consumer Report says it might be time to break up with your bank. Here's Shane Hogan.
You might not think about shopping around to get the most bang for your buck from your bank, but it might be worth your time. And there are more options than ever, from the traditional brick and mortar branch to credit unions to online-only banks, which have no branches at all.
Each type of bank has its own positives and negatives, so it's important to figure out what's most important to you when you're looking for a bank. You might even find that it makes sense to bank at more than one place at a time.
If in-person customer service is important to you, then a brick and mortar bank is your best bet. But even then, it pays to shop around.
I would recommend that you pay a visit to any bank that you're considering becoming part of to make sure that it has everything you need, that the hours make sense for your life, and that the staffing is really up to snuff.
Looking for the best savings rates? Get online and shop around as well. Sites like Bankrate.com and NerdWallet can help. With a quick search, CR found nearly a dozen banks paying 3% or better. And before you jump at that promotion for a free checking account or high-interest savings account, be sure to read the fine print.
A supposedly free checking account isn't really a bargain if it hits you with huge fees if you overdraft by a few dollars or something like that.
Changing banks requires some planning. Be sure to open the new account before closing your existing one. If you use direct deposit, be sure to change it to the new account as well as any automatic bill payments. And lastly, transfer any remaining money and close that old account. This is Shane Hogan.
When changing banks, CR also recommends keeping your old account open until all checks and payments have cleared to keep you from getting hit with any fees.
All right, let's get to Kelly Slifka now in your first warn forecast. What are we tracking out there this morning, Kelly?
Well, we had that rain that moved through overnight around midnight. It was warm enough that, in fact, we're in the 40s, so it was warm enough that was liquid, and that's moved down to the east. We are looking at a westerly wind that's now developed, and that'll bring us some drier, slightly cooler air over the next couple of hours. We are starting to see some clearing there in Minnesota. That clearing will gradually move in, it looks like, later this afternoon. Right now, 37, so not too bad here in Madison. Same goes for Janesville, Watertown, 37, the Dells, Lone Rock, pretty uniform temperatures currently. A westerly breeze, though. Yesterday they were out of the south, now they're out of the west, 7 to 13 miles per hour. Another breezy day. This will be coming in out of the west. We do have an alert day. That's going into a Wednesday night into a Thursday. Initially starting off with rain, maybe a little bit of freezing rain, sleet and snow mixture, eventually changing to all snow. But we are looking at widespread 1 to 4 inches. There might be a little bit heavier amounts as you go to the northwest of the Wisconsin River. And what we're looking at is some of this potentially freezing and that mix here in the Madison area, areas to the north. Once you get north of the Dells up through Camp Douglas, Baroque, that'll be mainly snow. As you go south of Madison, it'll be mainly rain, then changing to snow. So a little bit of a problem on some of the roads, it looks like, going into a Thursday morning. Temperatures this morning will be in the mid-30s, headed into the upper 30s later this afternoon. Looking at some sun to break through some of these clouds that we'll see this morning. So as we get into the mid to late afternoon hours, we will see a little bit of sunshine, and it will turn a little bit cooler going into tonight. So here we're tracking that storm that's coming in out of the south. So initially, it's got a lot of warm air coming northbound into Wisconsin. So initially rain, then mix it with a little bit of sleet and snow, maybe a little freezing rain mixed in, especially northwest of Dane County throughout Thursday, and then eventually some snow. And we'll start to see that accumulate going into Friday. So this will be a long duration for a couple days, basically, before it starts to finally move on out of here and turn a little bit cooler. What we're looking at, well, it looks like southern central Wisconsin seeing the bulk of the snow, 3 to 6 inches in a band from southwestern Wisconsin, right northwest of Dane County, up toward Green Bay. I think in the Madison area, maybe about 3 or 4 inches of snow. So we got the alert day going into a Wednesday night into a Thursday. It does turn a little bit cooler behind this system on Friday, but that's seasonable. We should be in the upper 20s this time of the year. We dry out this weekend, and we're right back into the 40s.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Here's sports anchor Jordan Reed with your morning sports.
When you lead your
team to another undefeated week, it only makes sense to earn conference honor for the second week in a row. That's right. Giannis picks up Eastern Conference Player of the Week for the fourth time this season after averaging 41 points, over 17 rebounds with almost 6 assists per game this past week. And 2 of those games, Giannis had 50 points or more. The Bucks are riding a 7-game win streak, the longest since starting the year 9-0. While the last couple of games have been rough for the Badger women's basketball team, one player is getting recognized for the second time this season. Sarah Williams is named the Big Ten Freshman of the Week. In UW's game with 10th-ranked Ohio State, Williams scored 23 points with 4 boards. Then she scored in double figures again against Rutgers. She had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and tied her season high of 4 blocks. Just when the Badger men's basketball team thought they were getting back into the swing of things, they drop a close one to Northwestern on their home court. It also happens to be the first time in over 25 years that the Wildcats swept UW in the regular season. And to Greg Gard, much of what's creating inconsistency and difficulties for his squad comes from the nature of the game and how well other teams are dialed in.
We know what they're doing. They know what we're doing. Easy baskets are hard to get. So you have to have that's where all those possessions that, if you have 9 turnovers, well, what if you have 6? When you're in that type of a game, knowing that that's the low possession game that we're typically in with Northwestern, that you have to, get a lot of mulligans and a lot of do-overs.
Another Badger earning conference honors for the second time this season is Layla Edwards. She's been named the WCHA Rookie of the Week after netting the game winner against the Huskies on Saturday, where she also had an assist. The Badgers come in once again at number 8 in the latest USCHO poll. The team is preparing for their final road series of the regular season. It's round 2 of the border battle with 3rd-ranked Minnesota, and that begins on Friday. The busy offseason continues for Wisconsin football. Last night, The Athletic reported that quarterback Chase Wolf is not returning to the program this fall. Wolf joined the team in 2018, redshirting that year, and over the next 4 seasons, he played in 13 games, finishing with almost 300 yards in the air and 3 touchdowns. UW Whitewater is removing Jace Rindall's interim head coach title and are naming him the Warhawks' next head coach. He's been serving as interim HC since the fall. There will be a press conference on Thursday to formally introduce him as the 22nd head coach for the program. Back to you.
6:21 coming up. We'll tell you what major film is celebrating a big anniversary in theaters this week.
And take a look at this. Janesville's newest grocery store is now open. Our photojournalist Mark Schilling is there and says that the employees were giving all the new customers a round of applause. They just kept clapping for like more than 15 minutes as everybody started making their way inside. We will give you a look around and find out what makes this store different when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
News 3 Now's first warned weather team, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Garage doors are just like us. They don't like the cold weather. But if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready. We always show up in a fully stocked vehicle so we can get the job done today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
A must in your medicine cabinet. Less sick days.
Cold coming on? Zicam is the #1 cold shortening brand.
Highly recommended.
Zifans love Zicam's unique zinc formula.
It shortens colds.
Zicam Zinc That Cold.
One of the most beloved and respected Chicago bands ever to explode onto the national scene. The Buckinghams live concerts pack power into 60s pop rock. Presented by the Middleton Friends of the Performing Arts Center. February 11th at 7:30. Tickets on sale now. Introducing Sass, Sauce and Shells, a bold new restaurant on Madison's Capitol Square, combining the best of barbecue and shelled seafood by Chef Joe Perkins. Add a little sass to your lunch or dinner plans today. Open 7 days a week.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Low E has hurt my ability to perform.
He hasn't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope. Now through February 16th, join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and turn your low energy into big fitness energy in 2023 in a clean and spacious, judgment-free zone with tons of equipment to get you energized.
Low E, not for me.
Simply join through the free PF app for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, February 16th.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protestowitz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasiewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasiewicz. Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
We're back at 6:25. One of the biggest movies of all time sails back into theaters this weekend.
Titanic, celebrating 25 years. It's been remastered in 4K resolution for the occasion. The film debuted in North American theaters on December 19th, 1997. If you want to catch it, there are a lot of local showtimes available in the Madison area already this morning.
I bet you this is going to be popular.
I know, a whole new generation being introduced to the Titanic,
including me. I haven't seen it.
I can't believe that. I remember having the 2 different videotapes for it. That's how old this was.
All right, VHS?
Yes, VHS. What is that?
Yeah, well, we are looking at some mild temperatures this morning. A little bit of a breeze out of the west, just cloudy skies after a little bit of rain that we had overnight. Clouds this morning, but we are looking at some sun to break through this afternoon as we warm into the upper 30s later today.
All right, we will preview the president's visit to Madison tomorrow after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dr. Cahill here with Associated Physicians to share that you and your kiddos are welcome and loved in our pediatrics department.
Call to schedule an appointment today at 608-233-9746.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Valentine's Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles wrinkles in minutes. This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this Valentine's Day and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Hey there, is it time to schedule your mammogram? Let's get on that right now. Pick up the phone and call Associated Physicians at 608-233-9746 and let our radiology team and state-of-the-art 3D mammogram check things out. Visit us at apmadison.com.
Right now, President Biden set to visit the Madison area tomorrow. What we know about his visit and how it could impact you.
Plus, we show you the new Wisconsin DOT tool that helps drivers calculate costs.
It is a cloudy, mild morning, a little bit of a breeze today, but we are looking at some sun this afternoon, but an alert day goes into effect Wednesday night to Thursday.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Tuesday, February 7th. I'm Josh Breiter.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka with your first warn forecast. Things are about to get slushy and sloppy.
Sloppy. Well, it is a little sloppy this morning because we had a little rain overnight and it's been mild and the snow's been melting, but we're going to get rid of some of the snow, and then we're just going to add to it, it looks like, later in the week. And it's going to be that sloppy, slushy snow, it looks like, by Wednesday night and Thursday. Right now, it's pretty mild, though, 37 degrees. We just have cloudy skies right now, a bit of a wind out of the west, 38 in Boscobel, 37 right now in Lone Rock. So a lot of clouds this morning, no precipitation falling, but as we get in the mid to late afternoon hours, I think from west to east, we'll see the clouds depart, moving on out, and a little bit of sunshine before the sun goes down, and then we'll turn a little bit cooler tonight. A little bit of wind out there right now, 7 to 15 miles per hour, generally coming in out of the west. We do have the alert day going into effect Wednesday night into Thursday. We're looking at a sloppy system, initially rain, mixing with some snow, a little bit of sleet, maybe some freezing rain, especially northwest of Madison come Thursday morning. And then all snow, we are looking at 1 to 4 inches, pretty widespread. Now the bus stop forecast, no problem for the kids. A little breezy this morning with temperatures in the mid-30s, so fairly mild. Partly cloudy skies headed home as we get up to 38. We'll take a look at in more detail about the snow potential coming our way later this week. More on that coming up.
All right, sounds like a plan, Kelly. Thanks. You can stay on top of the weather by downloading the First Warn Weather app. Just search WISC Weather in your app store.
6:31 right now. This morning, we are learning new information when it comes to President Biden's visit to the Madison area. We do know the president will be flying into Dane County Regional Airport tomorrow morning. So if you're going to be in that area, expect to see some delays, especially around the mid-morning hour. The airport director couldn't give us specific details, but said he is working with the White House team on logistics.
Before making the trip to Madison, the president will be delivering the State of the Union tonight. The president tweeted out a picture of what appears to be his draft of the speech inside of a binder. Some topics Biden is expected to discuss are mass shootings and police reform, Ukraine, the down-suspected Chinese spy balloon, and possibly the classified documents discovered in his possession.
The last time a sitting president visited Madison was President Obama back in 2012. Obama spoke to students at an early voting event at UW-Madison. That event had to turn away nearly 6,000 people. One of President Biden's last visit was on the campaign trail in 2016 when he was still vice president.
Look, I know I got in trouble when I'm the first guy to come out because I couldn't remain silent anymore and said, I believe in marriage equality. I know I got in trouble for that. But I told the president when I took the job, 2 things I wouldn't do: wear any funny hats and change my brand.
In that speech, Biden also said the war in Afghanistan would end under his watch. News 3 Now will have extensive coverage of his visit tomorrow, starting on News 3 Now this morning, Wednesday. Stay with us on air and online for the latest developments.
Now to breaking news in Milwaukee this morning. Police there say that there has been a critical incident where a police officer was shot and killed. That new information coming in within the last 45 minutes to the last 60 minutes or so. Dozens of officers are at the scene on the city's south side, including the medical examiner's office. We are waiting for a news conference from Milwaukee Police to give us an update on exactly what happened. We do know the shooting happened near 14th and Cleveland. We'll continue to provide updates on air and online as we learn more.
New this morning, an alderman in Waukesha is now facing criminal child abuse charges. District 15 Alderman Corey Payne was arrested Sunday after slapping a child on the leg, leaving a mark. The criminal complaint says that Payne was in an argument with his ex-girlfriend when he struck her 8-year-old daughter. Payne was charged with physical abuse of a child and disorderly conduct. He is out on a $5,000 bond with his next court appearance on Friday.
Senator Tammy Baldwin says even though Wisconsin is not a border state, we still feel the impact from fentanyl and harmful drugs. Those remarks come after her tour this weekend of the border. Baldwin visited immigration processing facilities, members of Border Control and National Guard, along with an air tour of the area. She said that she saw firsthand the need to further invest in border security to protect our communities from threats like cartels and drug smuggling. She hopes the trip will help her work with Democrats and Republicans on immigration reform.
Around the state this morning, the National Guard is struggling with recruiting efforts. The latest numbers show they are 17% behind on recruitment. Last year, the Guard hoped for 950 new soldiers, but fell short by enlisting only 577, almost 40% lower. In an interview with our Wausau affiliate, Lieutenant Colonel Shannon Hellenbrand said, with the Iraqi and Afghanistan wars over, the Guard is not as much in the public eye. She encourages anyone interested in applying to talk to a recruiter.
An update now to breaking news from yesterday in Rock County. After being closed for nearly 11 hours overnight and throughout the morning, the interstate is back open between Beloit and Janesville. There was a large-scale fire that shut down part of the interstate that happened around 11:45 Sunday night, and it didn't reopen until noon the next day. This was near East Woodman Road. It burned for several hours. The interstate eventually reopened, midday. Take a look at what's left of the semi there. We are still unsure this morning exactly what it was that caught fire or what caused the crash. We do know the Wisconsin State Patrol is handling the investigation.
Staying in Rock County this morning, happening today, Hy-Vee will open the doors on 2 new stores here in southern Wisconsin. The first in Janesville, located on Humes Road on the city's north side. They opened at 6 o'clock this morning. Crowds were already crazy at this hour. It's expected to create around 600 new jobs for the area. Oregon also has a new store opening today. That Hy-Vee location is in the former Bill's Food Center on North Main Street. We'll have a live look inside the Janesville store coming up here in less than 10 minutes. Well, planning your annual budget or mapping out a summer road trip just got easier thanks to a new tool from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. It lets you use your car's make, model, and year to calculate how much it will cost you to drive around Wisconsin. McKenna Alexander shows us the Midwest Driver Fee Calculator.
How much does it cost in fees and taxes to drive in Wisconsin and neighboring Midwest states? Well, now you can get a rough estimate with the state DOT's latest online resource. Called the Midwest Fee Calculator, the tool helps estimate the fees that Wisconsin drivers pay each year compared to drivers in other Midwest states. To use the calculator, you first need to choose a vehicle most like yours from a list of popular models. You do this by selecting the vehicle type, make, model, and year. Then select the annual number of miles driven, and if applicable, choose the county and municipality you live in. This way, a wheel tax can be included if necessary. Once you enter in all of this information, the calculator will produce a chart with the total estimated annual cost to drive in Wisconsin. This total represents vehicle registration renewal fees, environmental taxes, fees levied on gasoline, various state taxes and fees, and specific municipality or county fees. You can also play around and click on neighboring states, including Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio, and Illinois, to see how your annual cost in Wisconsin compares to other parts of the Midwest. The calculator is still in its early stages. However, DOT officials say they're constantly working to update the tool with new car models, updated tax information, and relevant cost factors.
That was McKenna Alexander reporting. To use the Midwest Driver Fee Calculator for yourself, just visit wisconsindot.gov.
We'll take a look at this. Some rare snow in Greece. That's the Acropolis. They're draped in snow. Greece has witnessed a pretty mild winter so far until a cold front moved in at the end of the weekend. It's expected to last until later this week. Public services and businesses in Athens even advised to switch to remote working. When a Greek mythology expert was asked about the snow, They said Hades took the day off.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, I had no idea that Greece could get this kind of snow.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, being on the Mediterranean like that, you just thought it was always beautiful all the time.
See?
What?
Sometimes things are different than what they appear, right?
I want to go sometime. It's on my bucket list. Now I know not to go
this time of the year. 6:39 right here. Let's take a live look outside on a Tuesday morning. Right now, traffic moving along just fine. The road's actually wet this morning after some overnight rainfall. We're sitting in the mid to upper 30s. Kelly is talking about the return for some snow along with some rain. It's going to get sloppy here with this alert day forecast coming up.
And you may have heard of mommy brain. Still ahead, why doctors say it's not real. That's in your Morning Health Watch.
And a live look at the brand new Hy-Vee in Janesville this morning, which officially opened up its doors within the hour. Look at that, already nuts. At 6:39. Coming up, we're going to take a look around and find out what makes it different when we come back.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Check out this gorgeous sectional, and it comes with a free ottoman, plus so much more during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Shop local and save with tremendous deals on Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana appliances. We have the area's largest selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Garage doors do not like the cold weather at all. As soon as it gets cold springs, parts will burn.
At Precision, we always come fully stocked. We're able to typically solve most garage door problems within a couple hours.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He would come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
Looking at mattresses?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable. That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Right now at our huge President's Sale, get this Sealy Posturepedic mattress for $5.99. Slumberland, mattress shopping reinvented.
It looks like your bank calling, but it's not.
There was nothing that was a red flag to me.
Bank imposters are stealing money from accounts without a trace.
As much and as fast as possible, and then they're gone.
Arman Rahman exposes a scam that's tricking bank customers into losing their savings.
If the scammers can impersonate it, they will.
News 3 Now is getting answers to help you avoid becoming the next target of bank imposters. Thursday at 10. Watching News 3 Now this morning.
On the Health Watch at 6:43 this morning, researchers say that the idea of mommy brain or cognitive decline after having children is wrong and unfair to mothers. Published in the journal JAMA Neurology, 3 authors say studies have tried to investigate memory loss and have failed to find significant mental differences between women with or without children. However, 8 out of 10 new mothers say they have experienced memory loss and brain fog. The article says despite initial memory loss, the idea of motherhood causing long-lasting mental decline is simply not true.
Here's some good news if you're married or you live with someone. Being married could help you maintain lower blood sugar levels. That's according to a new study in the BMJ journal. It found that people living with a spouse have a higher likelihood of having healthy levels of blood sugar. The research found the same was true even if the married couple wasn't doing too great. The study looked at adults age 50 and older and determined having a spouse or even cohabitating with a partner may play a role in your health in your mid to later in life.
6:44. Let's get to Kelly Slifka and your first warning weather forecast. 3 things to know, Kelly. What do we got?
Well, we've got some decent weather over the next couple of days. It's been mild, and the mild weather will continue today and especially tomorrow. I think we'll head into the mid-40s, and we should see some sun later today and tomorrow. We are watching a system that's going to be a sloppy system coming in from the south, so it's going to bring in warmer air, a mixture of some rain, eventually mixing with some sleet and snow Wednesday night into a Thursday morning, and then eventually all snow. And we are expecting some accumulation with that. It looks like later in the week. Right now it's pretty mild. 37 in Madison, 37 in Watertown and Juneau, the Dells, 37, fairly uniform temperatures. A little cooler out there in Mount Horeb and Perry, 32 degrees, 33 in Cross Plains, Cottage Grove and Stoughton, both sitting at 34 degrees. A mild start to our morning, but we do have a bit of a breeze. Had a weak front pass through. That brought us a little bit of rain around the midnight hour, and now behind it, temperatures dropping just a little bit. We're in the low to mid 30s this morning. A lot of cloud cover for the morning hours into the early afternoon. As the afternoon wears on, these clouds will break up from west to east. Very slow process, but we should see a little bit of sunshine, and temperatures with some clearing tonight will be a little bit cooler. We do have the alert day that goes into effect Wednesday night into Thursday. We're looking at a sloppy mix of rain, sleet, snow, maybe a little bit of freezing rain, at least areas to the north. Generally 1 to 4 inches, but I think areas west of Dane County could be talking about maybe 3 to 6 inches of snow. Initially, though, it looks like it'll be warm enough. Just some rain late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Eventually, that changes over to some snow as we go into Thursday morning. That's when we're going to see the heavy snow. It looks like Thursday morning, but still some snow showers expected right into Friday. About 1 to 3 in Madison down toward Janesville. Once you get northwest toward the Wisconsin River Valley, the Dalles, 3 to 6 inches of snow expected. First warn forecast, 38 today. It's going to be breezy. 45 tomorrow with some sun. A very mild day. That's out ahead of that storm that moves in and brings us that mixture of rain, sleet, snow. Wednesday night, all snow Thursday. The alert day in effect. Still some snow showers on Friday. Right now, Saturday and Sunday look dry, and we get back into the 40s by the end of the weekend.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:46 on a Tuesday morning happening today. It is a big day for 2 cities in our viewing area. Hy-Vee now open in both Oregon and Janesville.
And this morning, we are getting a look around the new Janesville location to find out what to expect. It just opened up 46 minutes ago, and the district store director, Brett Von Bank from Hy-Vee, joins us live. We've seen a big turnout so far this morning. I want to know, though, what kind of deals do you have going on for those new shoppers today?
Oh, we've got all kinds of great deals. So, we have some grand opening deals that came out. So you can stop back to our meat department, get a New York strip for under $4. As well as, you make it through our departments. We have a lot of great different features in our food hall over here, whether it's stopping over for our breakfast and checking those out. We've also got some great deals in our high chai department, so come in, get your hot, ready-to-eat Chinese food. We got a couple of great specials over there as well.
So, Brett, what makes this store different from a traditional grocery store?
So it's all the different things that we have here at the store. First off, it starts off with our employees absolutely being the friendliest, and our goal is to be the best at customer service. So we really pride ourselves on that, and then it's just layering on everything else, having the absolute best quality, the freshest produce, and then just the overall experience the customer can experience when they come into the store. You can come in, walk right into our produce department, pop over to Starbucks and get a nice coffee for while you shop around, and then you can even grab breakfast, lunch, or dinner down our food hall, right into our bakery meat department. And then we have a large, expansive selection of our health market here as well for anybody with special dietary needs, looking for maybe something organic or natural or sports nutrition, as well as an expansive vitamin selection. And then we go into our grocery aisles, dairy frozen, as well as our pharmacy. And then we have a large Joe Fresh department here. And then right at the front of the store, we kind of have a one-stop shop gifting boutique where you can come in, get a fresh, nice arrangement for that special someone, or just a grab-and-go bouquet of flowers, as well as many different gift baskets and plants.
A little bit of everything. All right, before we let you go there, Brett, with hundreds of new employees that you've hired in the Janesville area, what's the starting pay at Hy-Vee?
Oh, so we start off kind of varied. We also take into consideration experience for all levels and positions that we have at the store.
All right, congratulations on the store opening. We wish you luck. Thanks, Brett.
Time right now is 6:49 on a Tuesday morning. Ahead in the morning sprint, updates to breaking news as a Milwaukee police officer was shot and killed overnight.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
This President's Day, we're throwing a 5-star celebration at Bob's Discount Furniture. I've got on-trend styles, unbeatable prices, because the stars have aligned at Bob's.
You might be rooting for different teams, but there's one thing you all cheer for. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza, loaded with over a half pound of real Wisconsin cheese and piled high with your favorite premium toppings. It's so good, you won't even notice that interception. Stock up on Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza before the big game. Get 2 for only $11.96. Now at Menards, limited time only. Hurry in while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Whoa, that's a great deal.
A great deal isn't a great deal if almost no one can get it.
7 feet tall.
It's a fun ride, but lonesome. See ya.
At U.S. Cellular, there are no surprises about who's eligible for our best deals because we don't believe in hidden requirements. That's why right now you can choose from any unlimited Evolved plan and get $830 off any phone with no trade-in needed. Exclusively at U.S. Cellular.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner.
We got this, babe.
That means that your dreams are ours, too. And our financial planning tools can help you reach them. That's the value of ownership.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV, like Bronco, Explorer, or the new Escape. Get here to get a deal on the SUV's #1 in brand loyalty. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose Flex Buy on Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 Auto Show cash.
This President's Day, people are buzzing about my highly rated bedrooms, like my Tremont Queen bedroom set, my romantic Scarlet collection. Go glam with Diva 2. See what all the buzz is about this President's Day weekend at Bob's.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We are covering breaking news this morning in Milwaukee where a police officer has been shot and killed. According to news outlets there, dozens of officers are at the scene on the city's south side, including the medical examiner's office. We know the shooting happened near 14th and Cleveland. There is going to be a news conference held by Milwaukee Police coming up here in about 7 minutes at the top of the hour. So check for updates on channel3000.com.
An alderman in Waukesha is now facing criminal child abuse charges this morning. District 15 Alderman Corey Payne was arrested Sunday after slapping a child on the leg, leaving a mark. Payne was charged with physical abuse of a child and disorderly conduct. He is out on a $5,000 bond with his next court appearance on Friday.
The National Guard having a hard time recruiting. The latest numbers show they're 17% behind. Last year, the Guard hoped for 950 new soldiers, but fell short by enlisting less than 600. That's almost 40% lower. If you're interested in joining the Guard, you're encouraged to talk to a recruiter.
A large-scale fire tore across a factory in the Chicago area, breaking out in the Chicago Heights factory on Monday. It has since been extinguished, but fire crews say they stayed on the scene overnight to continue putting out hotspots. The EPA is also on scene and monitoring any potential risk to the community. There have been no injuries reported so far.
A single ticket sold in Washington State, winning the $747 million Powerball prize. It was the nation's 9th largest drawing ever. The reason for the string of record-breaking jackpots comes from a 2015 change that took the odds of winning it from 175 million to 1 to almost 300 million to 1.
Officials continue to closely monitor the wreckage of a train derailment in Ohio. Experts last night conducting controlled releases of the chemicals within the tanker, which led to planned explosions. Officials say the releases went perfectly, but they still need to wait and continue to do readings before they can be properly moved.
Another tech company announcing major layoffs. Computing giant Dell says it's letting go of about 5% of its workforce, or about 6,000 employees. The company made the announcement in a regulatory filing, citing the challenging global economic environment as the reason.
United Airlines has been hit with a proposed fine of more than $1 million. This over a pre-flight safety check for its Boeing 777 planes that were not being performed. The FAA says United did away with the fire system warning check. As a result, the planes flying from June 2018 to April 2021 were not in airworthy condition.
All right, good morning. It is a mild start to our morning. A little bit of a breeze coming in out of the west. 37 yet this morning, and we'll look at cloudy skies this morning, but any of the precipitation is now ended. We'll look at just cloudy skies this morning into the early afternoon. Gradually some sun breaking in from the west to the east as the afternoon wears on. Should be a mild day. We're looking at temperatures in the 30s as you plan your day throughout the morning hours. A lot of cloud cover, some sun before that sun goes down. Westerly winds at 9 to 10 miles per hour going through the morning hours. It looks like we are watching a storm system that'll be moving in Wednesday night after midnight, and that will be mainly rain to start, but mixing with some sleet and snow. Waking up Thursday morning. I think this one will get the bulk of the snow Thursday morning, maybe coming down heavy at times, and things start to wind down Friday. First warn forecast, we do have the alert day for Wednesday night into Thursday. Does turn a little bit colder with some snow showers, but dry weather for the weekend, and we warm up next week. I'll have an update today at noon.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Leave you with a live look at the new Hy-Vee in Janesville, now open. Make it a great day.